This week's parasha is Korach. Korach tells the story of one man, jealous of Moshe and craving of his leadership. Korach stages a rebellion with 250 followers and attempts to overthrow Moshe and Aaron as leaders of Bnei Israel. They claim to speak for the people, using slick phrases and shrewd arguments. But as the story unfolds, it is made clear that Korach is really a demagogue, someone who seeks support by exploiting the emotions and the prejudices of the people. He is not a Democrat. He wants the power for himself rather than for the people. This in itself is not super interesting. It's basically telling us Korach is not the best leader for the Bnei Israel. Nothing new there. Moshe rocks, Korach doesn't. But what I always love about the parasha is to look at the selected haftarah, which is to be read side by side to the parasha. This week's haftarah is from the book of Samuel, and specifically the paragraph that sees Samuel the prophet and the current leader of Bnei Israel anointing Saul as the first king over Israel. Samuel says, "I have yielded to you in all you have asked of me and have set a king over you. Here is the king that you have chosen, that you have asked for." I find it amazing that the haftarah is about another transition of leadership, just like the story of Korach. But what is the lesson that the Torah is teaching us here by having these two ideas side by side? I feel in a time when we are seeing the rise of multiple protest movements and seeing leaders of countries criticized for playing on people's fears and emotions and often taking the more favorable paths that will extend their own popularity rather than the harder paths that might be the best way forward, this message of pure leadership is more poignant than ever. Korach claimed to be of the people. Saul was chosen by the people against his own reservations. Korach and his followers were destroyed, and Saul was anointed king and, despite his flaws, led the people well. The message here is clear. We as the people need to be paying attention to the messages that are being thrown at us constantly by the leaders in power, leaders of protest, or leaders in waiting. As much as the parasha may be telling us the right way to approach leadership, it is also placing a strong responsibility upon the people. Choose the right leaders, choose the right messages. We cannot allow ourselves to be swept up by those leaders who hope to exploit us, but rather pick those leaders, and as importantly, pick those messages that speak with earnestness, sincerity, and speak for the people, from the people, and of the people. Wishing you all a well-earned and restful holidays and a Shabbat Shalom.